Good morning, America. Today we are doing the sheep show. I am going to be completely honest with you. I do not know a lot about sheep. Sheep are kind of out of my field. I know more about cattle, horses, and swine. I know way more about those than sheep. So today is going to be more of a listen to the judge type of radio. Every now and then I'll come on and talk to commentate. But today you're going to hear more about the judge and more about his remarks, his placings, and why he placed those. Kind of similar to last night if you stayed tuned in and watched the Beef Showmanship. The Beef Showmanship show, that one was pretty interesting. The judge was really talkative, which isn't a bad thing. That's sometimes a good thing. He makes comparisons to things to make the younger kids understand. And I hope everything goes well today. So I am going to play you some commercials from our sponsors. And then I hope to get back here in time. And then we are going to listen to the pledge of our beautiful country, the United States of America, and the 4-H pledge. So I hope to be back within about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. So hold on with me, and then sadly, unfortunately, we will not probably be able to go all the way to the end of the show because the parade starts at 4, and this is supposed to get done around 3, and everyone's supposed to be in lineup by 3. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem because, of course, WTR Radio has to be in the parade and broadcast it. And on top of that, I am the 4-H King, so I sadly cannot be here to end the stream. So I will have to sadly end it early, but we will get majority of the show, so that is a good thing. But that is our current plan. So we are going to hear some words from our generous sponsors and get back with you.
Greensburg Power of the Past, presenting sponsor of Live at 5 on WTRE at the Decatur County Fair. Mark your calendars for this year's Greensburg Power of the Past show, August 13th through the 17th.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Pavey Stockyards, a locally owned and operated business for over 70 years, is currently buying all classes of livestock. Located at 324 West McKee Street in Greensburg, Pavey's has a rich history in Decatur County. Pavey's stockyard owner Alan Meyer, along with cattle buyer Carl Meyer, secretary-treasurer Carol Narwald, and barn manager Larry Lawson conduct business daily and invite you to call 812-663-4611 for current pricing.
Do you believe in economic growth right here in Decatur County? Do you support the Cobia Solar Project and the millions in benefits it can bring? Do you believe in protecting property rights and creating new opportunities for our community? Then make your voice heard.
The Jackman Animal Clinic in Milroy is a full-service veterinary clinic that has been serving southeastern Indiana since 1979. They're committed to providing high-quality and compassionate veterinary care throughout the life of your pet or livestock. Their services and facilities are designed to assist in routine preventive care for healthy pets and farm animals, early detection and treatment of disease as your animal ages, and complete medical and surgical veterinary care as necessary during his or her lifetime. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to noon. Jackman Animal Clinic is located at 700 East Main Street in Milroy. Phone 765-629-2134 or see them online at jackmananimalclinic.com.
Welcome back, America. So today, if you were not here from the beginning, we are going to be starting the sheep show in about 6 minutes. I know they have the American Pledge and the 4-H Pledge going to occur soon. Usually those are said by a 10-year or first-year member, which is really appreciative of them. I do not know how many 10-year members and 1-year members they have, but I do think they have more sheep contestants than they did in the past couple of years, so that's a real good thing to hear. But it's going to be a nice and steady show, so if you're planning on coming out today, I would highly recommend you get here around 3:30 to find a nice seat for the parade, and then you could even maybe see WTR in person at the Farm and Home building to see them have some interviews and talk about the fair with Emily Versman and Joshua Marsh. And that will be going on obviously at 5 with the conclusion of the parade. And we will also be broadcasting the parade, so if you're obviously not able to attend physically or think it's going to be a little hot, that will be occurring. So I am going to play 1 or 2 more ads, see when they're going to plan on having the pledges and stuff and the anthem, and then we will proceed. Like I said earlier, this is going to be more of a judging show, so the judge and the announcer will be more talking on the show. There won't be much commentating because, to be honest with you, I feel a little more, I don't feel like I know too much about sheep to commentate on this that well. And I also have to be in the show giving out awards as the 4-H King, so that will be going on, and it will be a nice relaxing show for you viewers at home. And with the parade going on at 4, and make sure you look at the Facebook page because I was told there was a new route, and I know today's ride is 1 ticket off. Tomorrow is the 1 ticket ride day, but interested in that. So busy show, busy day, busy week. That's fair week for you. So we're going to get to some commercials now, and we'll be back in a little bit.
The Greensburg Power of the Past, presenting sponsor of Live at 5 on WTRE at the Decatur County Fair. Mark your calendars for this year's Greensburg Power of the Past show, August 13th through the 17th.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Pavey Stockyards, a locally owned and operated business for over 70 years, is currently buying all classes of livestock. Located at 324 West McKee Street in Greensburg, Pavey's has a rich history in Decatur County. Pavey's stockyard owner Alan Meyer, along with cattle buyer Carl Meyer, secretary-treasurer Carol Narwald, and barn manager Larry Lawson, conduct business daily and invite you to call 812-663-4611 for current pricing. The Greensburg Power of the Past, presenting sponsor of Live at 5 on WTRE at the Decatur County Fair. Mark your calendars for this year's Greensburg Power of the Past show, August 13th through the 17th. Young farmers need to focus on building strong connections to their community, sharing their deep love of land and place, and helping people understand the value and importance of farming done well. The Hulsbosch Dairy family celebrates our 4-H youth, congratulates them for their hard work and dedication, and encourages a continued interest in agriculture for their future.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Young farmers need to focus on building strong connections to their community, sharing their deep love of land and place, and helping people understand the value and importance of farming done well. The Hulsbosch Dairy family celebrates our 4-H youth, congratulates them for their hard work and dedication, and encourages a continued interest in agriculture for their future.
Do you believe in economic growth right here in Decatur County? Do you support the Cobia Solar Project and the millions in benefits it can bring? Do you believe in protecting property rights and creating new opportunities for our community? Then make your voice heard.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you.
Welcome back, America. So we are currently coming back, and they just requested for all 4-H sheep contestants to come into the arena, and then we are going to honor our beautiful country with the I believe just to pledge. I don't know if we're doing the national anthem tonight, but we will also be doing the 4-H pledge. So we'll be honoring our beautiful country, America, and the 4-H pledge.
Now, kids, you while they're showing these kids the course here, I want to give you a little bio of the judge today. The judge is Ryan Roberts, comes to us from Rushville, Indiana, with a lifelong passion for the livestock industry and its youth. A proud graduate of Purdue University, Ryan now works at Commercial Concepts AI and tends to the family's small herd of purebred Hereford cattle. He and his wife, Jessica, have raised their 2 children who are active in the livestock industry, 4-H and FFA, and now enjoy giving back to the youth. Let's represent Ryan Roberts. Give him a hand. We're going to start with mini 4-H now. Everyone go get their lambs. We're ready to start now. Mini 4-H. In the ring now is Griff Miller. In the ring now is Hazel Miller. The ring now is Morgan Dykes. In the ring now is Samuel Hanging. In the ring now is Autumn Johnson. In the ring now is Miranda Moore. In the ring now is Bowden Smoot. In the ring now is Eleanor Stevens. While we're finishing this class up, the next class will be the junior halters, grades finishing 3 through 5. We'll have 4 in that class. our junior holder that should be getting ready is Case Hanning, William Moore, Ava Smith, and James Versman. We're ready to start for the junior halter. Today we have our Decatur County Queen with us, and we got a royalty here to help us present the trophies for us. In the ring now is Case Hanning. In the ring is William Moore. In class now, we got Ava Smith. Now we got James Versman. Everybody that's in the intermediate holder class be coming up to the side. Ellie Snap and Carlos Ennis. the junior halter is Ava Smith. Let's give all exhibitors a hand.
Hey, Ad. Who was second for?
Ava can come back to showing the intermediate halter if she wants.
Hey, Mike, can you announce to the judge when the end of the class, like the end of the class is? So like when those four came in, say judge, this is the end of the class. So that way he knows when.
Okay, I know, because he looked at me on it.
Yeah.
So it's
And the ring now is Ellie Snap. Collins Innans. And our last contestant is Ava Smith.
I told his last contestant. Did you not hear me?
I don't know.
Yeah, I told him last contestant.
Ellie Snap is your champion of the intermediate halter. Ellie, you can come back to showing a senior if you want. Give all the exhibitors a hand. Elena Hostella is our first contestant of the senior showmanship halter. Next contestant, Sarah Fogg. In the ring now is Micah Smith. In the ring now is Carter Rutherford. In the ring now is Ryan Rutherford. And the last contestant is Ellie Snap. And winner of the senior division is Ellie Snap. Ellie, you can come back and show an expert holder. in the ring is Madison Smith. Next contestant is Jacob Gearhart. Everybody that's a junior showmanship should be getting ready and start bringing your sheep to ringside. And right now is Ellie Snap. Good morning, Decatur County. I'm excited to be here to go through your sheep today. This halter class thing, I've done a few kind of like this. This was a little new for me with the setup. But what we were looking for was how they handled their sheep and how they could keep control. A lot like showmanship. This is a team sport out here when you got an animal and a showman. And out here in your final drive, I think there's one that just elevates themselves as far as being a team and the sheep getting out and moving, doing what they ask it to do. Young Lady in Pink's going to be your champion today overall. We follow up real tight with the next two. We're going to go ahead and use the young man for reserve. And the young lady that worked up through the ranks, good luck. You got a bright future in this division. Thank you. The winner of the expert halter is Madison Smith. Our next class will be the junior showmanship. We should have 8 in the class. While we're waiting on them exhibitors get the ring, I just want to tell you thank you to sponsors for the sheep. Is Seth Bowdy and family, Mike Balkman and family, Scott Bruce Hall and family, Scott Smith and family, Jim Moore, Cole Fertilizer, and David Karen Barker on the Grand Champion U. put your hands together for out here in junior showmanship. I'm going to rework the three that I pulled out here real quick, and then I'll go ahead and pick a champion, reserve, and a third overall. I spoke real briefly to the kids over to the side. I don't get real elaborate on the microphone during showmanship. Showmanship's such a personal preference deal. I'm not sure on the mic. Showmanship's such a personal preference deal that, what I might tell them today that I'd like to change, the next judge may like how they did it. So I don't criticize. Showmanship was really dear to our hearts with the kids. With the kids over the years, and the toughest thing is when a kid goes out and does a really exceptional job. And then, a judge tells them to change something. You got to go back to the trailer or the pen and say, no, we're going to keep it the same way. And the next time you go out and you can win the Bone Showmanship. So that's one reason I don't give a whole lot of direction. If you want to talk to me after the show, I can help you out, but I don't do a whole lot over the microphone. But I'm going to rework these three and pick you a champion or reserve and a third, and we'll move on through the show. Kenley Hill. Kenley Hill is our great grand champion.
We'll just share one. Might check the batteries. Yeah. Might check the batteries. I don't know.
Check. Kenley Hill just won our junior showmanship. She can come back to intermediate if she wants. And reserve was Baylor Brusall. Our senior showmanship, we will get to ringside, please. ladies together out here in the intermediate showmanship. 5 young ladies that do a really fine job. I think when it comes down right to it, there's 3 that elevate themselves, but 2 that probably elevate themselves the closest or the most. And it really came down to those 2. But it was, my final decisions, who has that sheep looking the most prim and proper at all times. And then, just you give me the best look and always knowing where I'm at in the ring. So with that being said, I'm going to go out and pick your champion reserve in a 3rd. Kinley Hill is our first, and Sarah Fogg is our second. Kinley Hill, you can come back and show in the senior division if you want. Exhibitors that's in an expert showmanship should start heading to ringside. Go ahead and put your hands together for your senior showman out here. Once again, it just kind of boils down to two and some personal preference, and there's one out here that's just really stellar and got a lot of intensity, and as the things keep going, just kind of keeps cranking it up. We're going to use the young lady on the end to be your champion out here in this deal. One that really pushes her real tight, just every now and then let the sheep get out of place, and I'd just like to see her be a little bit quicker. Young lady on this end to be your reserve. Gets real tight for a third, like the young man with the spec right here. Really does a nice job and keeps that sheep straight and square. Thank you. Grand champion senior showman's Kinley Hill. Reserve is Leah Bouty. Kinley, you can come back for expert showmanship. After this expert showmanship, we'll start going into our green sheep. First class will be your Dorpers. William Moore, be ready to ringside. folks, if you would put your hands together for these expert showmen. And an expert is a word that describes this class of 5 showmen very well. As I said earlier, I mean, this is a deal that's been really deep in our heart and family, and showmanship, somewhere we've always put a big emphasis, and I can tell you that these 5 are all really good. They can go to state fair, and they can play within their breeds, definitely, and probably all be in the hunt once they get out of their breed to play for that overall deal. But, you know, as we'll see in the sheep show later, good ones come in every shape and size. There's one out here that's been impeccable and just kept driving. We're going to use you young lady on the end. When you're good, you're good. That's all there is about it. And then I think it's real close, and they were close to her, and the pair of females in the middle, and I think one just kind of is a little quicker to get things done today. The young lady here with the hemp-colored sheep will be champion, or reserve, excuse me, and you'll be third. Good job.
Pushed them off, but
Reigning champion expert showman goes to Kinley Hill. Reserve is Tinsley Broussard. Matty Broussard is third. Kinley Hill and Tinsley Broussard will represent the sheep and the Tom Swain. First breed for the breeding sheep is the Dorper. Next break will be Dorset Slick Shorn, Class 2, B ringside, Jackson Stevens. Really nice you to start off your show with out here in the Dorper breed, a really elongated front end for a Dorper, really big centered, a lot of capacity through the center portion of her body. When you get your hands on her, she's got a big old top in her. You know, if we're going to change this one, we, you know, maybe like to just stouten her up a little bit in her hoof and bone work, but a really nice door for this young man. Congratulations.
Next is Dorset 6 Shorn, Jackson Stevens. 1 entry. Ringside will be the Hampshires. Matty Bruce.
Young man brings us a really nice Dorset single entry out here, one that definitely could use a lot of competition. One that's just really so neat and clean up there, front 1/3. When you get down, analyzing her down her top, she's got a big old loin in her, really big and bold through the center portion of her body. Just love the way that rib cage blows apart and really keeps it all tied together in a nice hip structure and gets out and moves really well. Really nice you to be out here in the single entry deal.
Now we're bringing her Hampshire, Matty Brussall. Marino, Elena Hosteller, be ringside.
Here in New Hampshire, again, just a little single entry, but the young lady brings us one that's really long neck. Love where that neck comes out of the point of that shoulder and how angled it is. You get on top of this one, there's all kinds of meat and muscle down her top. If we're going to change this one at all, I'd maybe like to just deepen her down in her flank just ever so slightly, give her a little bit more punch right there, and maybe flare her off both ends. But one that's really long, really neat in her style and type and kind.
Lena Hostetter, bring Marino in the ring. Next breed be South Downs, Brody Barker, Sarah Fogg. Have your lambs on ringside and ready to go.
There's a story behind that one.
Young lady brings us a Merino out here, one single entry, but one for her breed, type, and kind. I think she fits the bill very well. One that's within this breed. I think this one's plenty level top, a lot of center body about her. When you spread that wool apart, you really like the critical and everything in the wool. One that I think is going to go ahead and make it show maybe a real nice project and one that you can breed on and make use out of.
Next breed South Downs, Brody Barker, bring you in the ring. Ringside should be the Springs, Brody Barker and Sarah Fogg.
Here in the yearling division here, South Downs gentleman kind of brings a powerhouse kind of a U, one that's really elongated in every direction, really thick and massive when you get on her. I'd like to take just a little bit of condition off this one, but I really do like the way this one hits the ground on all fours, really wide base, gets out and moves well. Really nice one to come back in your South Down drive.
Next class is the Spring South Downs, Brody Barker and Sarah Fogg. Brody, have your hearing you on ringside, ready to go back in.
here to Southbound ULAMs, we're going to leave them how they came in. I just really appreciate the extra length and the extra angularity about the unit wins the class. One that's just super long, gets out and travels, and that's their biggest advantage over the 1 and 2 is the way she gets out and moves. Just a really long, really neat made one that handles very well. Good place to start the class with. When the young lady gets one second propped up, she kind of puts an argument to go over, and she just kind of blows together a little bit better. But when you get these out on the move, she wants to roach her top. She don't want to get out and stride like the one ahead of her. Thank you.
First pass, the spring southbounds of Brody Barker. Second, Sarah Fogg. Brody Barker, bring your U back in. Brody Barker, bring your spring ULAM back in. And Sarah Fogg, bring your second place southbound ULAM back in the ring.
As we bring the Southdowns back out to pick a champion reserve, I do believe there's some give and take on what you could do here, and if somebody really wanted to change my mind, they probably could. But there's one that I think just ties all the pieces and parts together. She does it in a really nice, balanced way, and you know, I did make the comment that maybe she was carrying a little extra condition from me, but we've over the years fed some of these yearlings, and they're hard to keep together. The yearling is going to be your champion. We'll follow up with the Land for Reserve.
Brody Barker, champion yearling U, and reserve champion Brody Barker of the spring ULAM. Now ready to bring the Texel yearling Ryan Rutherford in the ring. Ellie Snap, have your spring U and fall U on the ring side.
out here in our yearling Texel division, got a really wide base, massive one that Flat can get around and move around the ring very well. One, when you get your hands on her, you love how big top she is, and her condition is just about perfect in my opinion. One, if I'm going to change this one ever so slightly, I'd like to go ahead and just change where her neck comes out of that shoulder, just lift it up ever a little bit, and maybe just square it up a little bit in her dock region, but a very, very good yearling for this young man.
Ryan Rutherford, first place yearling. Ellie Snap, ready for your spring lamb. Ellie Snaps, follow you in ringside.
Here in the spring division, the young lady brings us a really long-fronted, really neat-made textile ewe. One that gets out and moves, got plenty of spring and rib. I'd like to maybe just give this one a little more rear flank and maybe just square her up a little bit over her dock. But a very, very nice ewe and come back and drive.
Ellie Snap, first place spring lamb. Ellie Snap, bring your fall lamb.
Young lady brings us a fall textile, one that's really powerful and bold from front to rear, one that kind of ties everything together and bounces up real nice. A really nice ewe to come back and look at in the champion drive.
Ryan Rutherford, bring your yearling Texel. Ellie Snap, spring Texel. Ellie Snap with your fall for champion Texel and reserve champion Texel.
Commercial Blackface Springs, be ready on the ringside. Be Collins Ennis, James Versman, Kinley Hill, Leah Bowdy, Riker Stevens.
Are they all class winners?
If you would, please put your hands together for the textile exhibitors. We've got a trio out here, and I know there's some give and take, but I think there's one that just really balances up and ties it all together. And then once you find her, I think you go ahead and follow her with the one that follows the most type and kind, just as bold and square on the ground. We're going to go ahead and use the young lady's fall to be your champion. Come back with young man's kneeling for reserve.
Now we're ready for the Commercial Blackface Springs, Class 10. Class 11 fall, Blackface should be ringside here.
set of commercial ewes to start the commercial division off with. We got one that comes out here, and I think she just kind of shows that she's a show sheep. Young lady does a really excellent job getting her set and shown, but I think if you just let this one go and just let her loose, you're going to find this one about anywhere. One that's really big, bold through the center portion of her body, one that really ties in that front end really nice and neatly, one that has plenty of power and punch when viewed from behind, and can just flat out and just kind of just floats around the ring. Really easy, logical place to start this class with, in my opinion. I think the tough decision out here became between 2 and 3, but I think the one we follow up with just follows the class winner in type and kind, and probably has a little edge in her movement over the 3. Another one that's just really big and bold, is center portion of her body, really nice and neat up that front end, really square, back in that dock, and love the way she carries down into a deep hind leg. When the boy gets this one set, I think she makes a real run for the second hole, but when she gets out on the move, she's just tied off both ends, wants to get a little road shooter move, but a very nice third place sheep. A really nice complete one coming out and forward, just needs more time and just needs to be exploded from front to rear, but love the way that neck comes out of her shoulder, love the squareness down her back. The one coming out in 5th, just a little extra frame for the mass this one needs to have, just please mass this one up a little bit more.
First place of the spring commercial blackface was Kinley Hill. Second place was Lee Bowdy. We're ready for the fall blackface commercials. Colin Hennis and James Versman, hold on to yours on the ringside for County Bred and Born.
Let these stand the way they came in, and I think we got a class winner that really logically goes top, kind of a Brood Deluxe, one that just really is prim and proper in her outline, one that just carries herself very well, one that I would like to change for her age and maturity. I'd like to make her come together a little bit better in that loin and hip region, but I understand what that's like fighting one at home with the same issue. One that I just love, just how much mass there is about this one. She gets around the ring, plenty sound enough for me. The young man comes out with a really neat front one, really tall at the point of shoulders, just needs to be masked up to be able to go against one like that ahead of her today.
First place was Leah Bowdy, Case Haney second. We need Kinley Hill with first place, commercial blackface. Leah Bowdy second place, commercial blackface spring.
And Leah Bowdy first place, the fall. Case Haney second place, fall. Back in the ring, please. And they'll be selecting the county bred and born.
Is he telling me about his? I was like,
Next will be the county bred and born. It'll be these three here, these two, and this one. I mean, Case, I think that's him in the back red. And then we'll need these two that are right in the ring.
Collins, Ennis, and James Versman be ringside for county bred and born.
If you would, put your hands together for the commercial sheep showman out here. As we talked all these in class, I think in the second class, I mean, we had a logical class winner there, and I think we did in the first class. I think the real tough decision, I think there's a logical winner out here. Tough decision comes for reserve. There's one that's big and bold and powerful and gets you around good enough, and then there's one that kind of followed my class winner really well. So we got to kind of figure out between those two. But I think there's two that match up and type and kind a little bit better. Really ready to use the player out of the first class to be champion in reserve.
I'll shake his hand, then I'll shake your hand.
thank you. Thank you.
County bred and born, the black bred and born, yep.
Champion of the commercial blackface was Kinley Hill. Reserve was Leah Bowdy. Now we're ready to do the champion county bred and born. We need Carlos Harris, first place of the spring. Case Haney, first place of the fall. And then we need second place James Versman, second. Commercial whiteface, be ringside. Elena Hostetler.
For commercial county born, I think the logical place to go is the one that comes out of class 1 to be your champion. Young lady, you'll have to be champion. And then we're going to use the one. It's just a little straighter line, a little more proportionate. You'll be reserved.
Elena Hostetler, commercial whiteface, yearling.
And then after this, we'll pick Grand Champion U and Reserve Grand Champion U. The ringside.
There's your classic County Born and Raised Champion Reserve.
Single entry, right?
Right?
Maddie, Marino, Ellie Snap, American Blackface with Colin Ennis. Yep.
That match over in for you? Okay. Do we have him for reserve back there?
Yeah.
Maybe pick out of those four. We're good for that. Just so we're on the same page.
I would. I agree.
We
Let's
need
just
opportunity for those kids. Let's just move. Right, because we're going to go here.
Yeah.
So there won't be a reserve to pull in for that one. It's just that one going back. Single.
Got a single entry when you come out here to the Whiteface Cross. This has been a really nice U to be a single entry. One that's really deep-sided, really big top, one that gets around the ring very well. Just a really nice, complete type of a U.
Yeah, they want to do the bread one? Then we'll do bread more. Oh, got them.
Champions, ringside. Be ready for William Moore, Dorper. Jackson Stevens with your Dorset Slick Shorn. Maddie Brusso with your Hampshire. Elena Hostetler, your Merino. Brody Barker with the Southdown Yearling. Ryan Ellie Snap with the Texel Fall. Commercial Blackface will go with Kenley Hill. And then your commercial whiteface, Elena Hostetler. We'll line them up and then we'll line your reserves off the second row.
Arden. Did you go in top five?
Yeah, I will.
Bring the reserves out too.
Reserves in the back, like you did last year. Like the judge did last year. Trying to get him circled in front of me.
Yeah, that's right.
Should have.
It's on the agenda. We'll get it figured out. And then, in the past, we've always put names.
Like to get him.
please join with me and give a round of applause for these, not only these exhibitors, but the ones back in the barn. Wow, I wasn't expecting to kind of find this kind of quality down here today. I knew there was some good sheep, but then when you get through all these different breeds, there's good ones out here in every type and kind, and we got several breeds represented. I'm not big on grand drive speeches, don't have a whole lot extra to say. I just hope that at the end of the day, you kind of saw what I was seeing. If not, I won't apologize for anything because I like them the way I like them, and it's going to be hard to change that. But I think you can find it easy that I want them good fronted. That front 1/3, first thing you see when they come in the ring, first thing you see when you're dumping feed and they're running at your feed bunk. If they're not good up to the front 1/3, the rest of it really don't matter. But if they're good that front 1/3, and you can keep going around the bodies and they keep getting you excited, that's even better. And there's one out here that, she's plenty good in the front 1/3, and as you keep going down her, she just really gets you excited. Young lady in the commercial is going to be your champion. Once you find her out here in this lineup, I think there's a couple that contend for the reserve spot awful well, but I think there's one that follows in type and kind, maybe not the breed, but type and kind. Your Dorset's going to be reserved. As we remove her, I think there again, there's a little more give and take. There's 3 out here that I think fit the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and set the mic down, reanalyze them real quick, and line them up the way I like them. Once again, give these kids a round of applause, please. Yeah. Elena Hostetler, bring your Merino. Ellie Snap, bring your Texel Fall. And Carlos Anderson, bring your commercial blackface or spring for reserve county born and raised. Maddie Broussard was your champion, county born and raised.
Mr. Collins.
Carlos Anderson, bring your commercial blackface back in the ring, please.
Gonna go to the winner this class.
That completes the breeding part of the sheep.
Now to a 1.
The champion of the county brand born was Maddie Broussard with her Hampshire. Reserve was the Texel Ellie Snap with a fall. Now we're ready to move into the market lambs. Class 1 will be Dorper Bree, William Moore.
Okay, I didn't get something.
William Moore, bring your first Dorper in. Ava Smith, your Dorset Weather, be ringside.
Young man brings us a really nice, respectable project in this Dorper breed. One that when you get behind him, you really appreciate the extra power and punch he carries down his leg. One that, if I was going to change this guy any at all, I'd make him a little leveler down his top, but just make him a little flatter back. But one that's really got a lot of meat and muscle packed in there on a good framework.
Ava Smith, ready for your Dorset. Hampshire be ringside. Riker Stevens and Tinsley Brussall.
Young lady brings a single entry Dorset that's just really nice, neat, and complete. Really made really well. You know, this sheep don't have really any bells or whistles about him, but he just really puts everything together in a nice, neat, complete package. Very, very nice Dorset lamb for this young lady.
Ready for the Hamps. Riker Stevens and Tinsley Brussall. Bring him in the ring. Natural caller, Madison Smith. Riker Stevens be ringside.
nice pair of Hampshires out here in this market division, but I think there's one that just goes ahead and wins this class. He's just so big and bold, and when you get your hands on him, the touches there, the loin edges there, all the right pieces and parts, and he ties them together very well into a complete package and gets around the ring very well. Very logical place, in my opinion, to start this class. Young man brings us a really nice one here for the reserve hole, one that just needs a little more time, a little more punch when viewed from behind, just needs a little more of that rack, just needs to pop that spring, spring his rib up a little bit higher in that rack. So very, very nice reserve market land.
Ready for your natural caller. Madison Smith, Riker Stevens. Classified Tinsley Broussard beyond the deck.
Out here in our first class of natural colors. Once again, I think it's a logical place, one that just comes out here, no big holes in him, really square made type of a sheep. It gets around the ring plenty good enough. When you get your hands on it, there's a lot of meat and muscle. Everything ties together in a nice pretty package. Lives go real well. The one coming out in second, he just needs a little more time. I really like his unique color pattern about him. I like how he can get around and move in the ring. He just needs to be massing that from front to rear to be able to play any higher today. Thank you.
Ready for Tinsley Broussard. Madison Smith, Riker Stevens, just have your two ready for ringside for champion Matt.
single entry natty here in your heavier class. Just a really neat made one that comes out here when you get your hands on him. He is so thin-hided, really deep to the touch. Love the way he is around his edges. Just one that when she gets him propped up, you can just see all the mass that he has about him, but yet still puts it in a really pretty package. Really nice natty single entry.
Kind of stay where you're at.
First place in that class was Tinsley Bersall. Now ready for your champion natty collar and reserve champion natural collar. Riker Stevens first, Madison Smith, and then Tinsley Bersall. Next breed be Oxford, Ariana Thomas, and Baylor Bersall be ringside.
Really high quality natural color division, but I think it comes down to one that just comes out here and shows his mass and overall power and still puts it in a really neat and pretty package. Love how neat he is up there is 1/3, how long his neck is, but yet you get behind him and he's a massive critter all the way around. Young lady out of the second class will be your champion. We'll use the really square made one out of class 1 for reserve.
Champion natural collar was Tinsley Bersall. Reserve champion was Riker Stevens. We're ready for your Oxford Weathers. Ariana Thomas and Baylor Bersall. Ringside should be your Shropshire, Caroline Thomas.
who in the Oxford Market Division, I think there's one that lands on top rather handily. He just brings more power and punch and does it in a really neat, nice, pretty package. The young man's going to go ahead and be your class winner, one that you really love him from front to rear, just the way he blends together. Really nice, complete sheep. The young lady he brings is one that's really tall at the point of the shoulders, really level top, just needs more power from front to rear from me. Thank you.
First place was Baylor Broussard, second was Ariel Thomas, Baylor champion Oxford, and Chaffey County born and bred Oxford is Baylor Broussard. Shropshire Caroline Thomas.
Got a single entry Shrop out here, one that is really neat to touch when you get your hands on him. You know, he walks out here and he does have a little plainer look about him. I'd like to flash him up a little bit, but one that when you get your hands on him, there's plenty of meat and muscle there. He just don't express it in the right places like some we've seen today, but a very nice Shropshire sheep.
First place is Caroline Thomas of Shropshire. Champion Shropshire was Caroline. Bring your Texas in Carter Rutherford. One entry. Whiteface Commercial. Ringside to Jacob Gearhart, Micah Smith, and Jackson Stevens.
Got a really neat made texture out here in the market division. One really tall at the point of his shoulders, really level down his top, really neat in his type and kind, gets out and moves, plenty of mass, really nice Texel lamb to be your champion Texel today.
First place Texel was Carter Rutherford, was Champion Texel, and Champion County Moore and Brad Texel. Ready for the Whiteface Commercial, Jacob Gearhart, Micah Smith, and Jackson Stevens.